That's some theme music. See, they like that, right? This is what y'all been waiting for. This is what y'all been waiting for. Tonight's the night. Let me let this ride a little bit. See, I'm acting a fool on my professional show, man. You got me acting a fool on the professional show. Oh, man. Two of America's Most Wanted in the same time, in the same place. Oh, y'all are in for a treat tonight. Tonight, my guest is the one, the only CKB, Cool Kid Bricks. Say hello, Cool Kid.
What's up, everyone? What's up, Iceberg?
Man, it's good to have you on the show, bro. Now I can put my head down and the pressure's off, man. You know?
It's good to be on the show. I was honestly surprised that you asked me on, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man.
I said
love for the boys.
And then you're like, yeah, you're on for Monday. I was like, what?
Yeah, because I was trying to joke you first. And I said, yeah, I'm going to put him on. He ain't going to know he can watch the show. And then boom. You know, and then, when you said that, well, you are going to be on the show. He's like, yeah, right. Stop playing with me. And then I showed you. I said, man, I already put the graphic in the PowerPoint, man. You're in there. You're there.
Yeah.
So, but I appreciate you having you on the show, man. I appreciate you, accepting my invite, man. Did my little bit of homework on you, man, a little bit to get to know you more. Even though we brick bros, and I will touch on that a little bit. But man, when I look at you, tell me where you're from, and don't say Texas or Houston or whatever, because I don't want to hear none of that. Nobody wants to hear that. When I look at you, you look like what every American should look like. You're multicultural, and that's what American is about. Being American is about. So tell us about your history. Tell us about where you from and where your people are from.
All right. I mean, I'm first generation American in my family. So both my parents were immigrants. My dad's from Colombia, South America, and my mom's from South Korea. So it's an interesting mix.
Yeah.
I mean, you said I can't say I'm from Texas. San Antonio, though. I grew up in San Antonio. Yeah, man. I grew up in San Antonio. I did, however, I lived in it for 4 years. My dad's retired Air Force. I lived 4 years in Tampa, Florida. And those were my young years. Like, I lived there from 2 to 6. And then we moved back to San Antonio. That's it, man. Like, that's where my people are from.
Right. San Antonio. Okay. All right. We'll get to that. So here's the famous $1 billion question. How'd you get into Lego?
How'd I get back into Lego, or how'd I
how'd you first get into Lego?
My parents, man, they bought me. I didn't have like sets and stuff when I was younger. They just bought me a bucket. It was a red bucket, said Lego on the top, and it was filled with bricks. And that's how I got into it, really. Just my parents, man. Thankful for them.
Okay. All right. So you said you were from San Antonio, Texas?
Yep.
Okay. So what's the day in the life of a kid from San Antonio, Texas?
Depends where they're from in San Antonio.
You said depends on where they're from?
Yeah, depends what part of San Antonio they from. For me, growing up, I was always outside. So mainly playing sports outside, whether it was, basketball or, football in the courtyard. And I mean, we didn't play like the two-hand touch another. It was tackle football, no pads, nothing, no helmets, none of that.
Yeah,
just kids being kids. As I got a little older, I started. I always made friends, man, and I didn't care. I didn't care about the color of people's skin. I didn't care about the backgrounds, where they coming from or anything like that. That being said, though, I would tend to make friends with some bad people.
Okay.
And
okay.
Yeah, man, I got into some trouble when I was younger. Around like, I think I was 12. I actually got in trouble for breaking into homes.
Okay.
And I didn't snitch on no one, so I ended up having to go to the juvie court. And since it was my first time, I didn't have to do no juvie time or nothing like that. But I did have community service assigned to me, so that took up my whole Christmas vacation.
Okay.
I was doing community service, and I remember spring break came along that following right after Christmas vacation, and my dad was like, "Hey, guess what? You're done with your community service, but you're gonna go volunteer anyway." So, I went and volunteered. He let me finish it was my 6th grade year in middle school, first year in middle school. So he let me finish at the school I was at, and then they pulled me out and they put me in a private school.
Okay.
So basically, to help me clean up my act and not, keep getting in trouble and stuff. So I went to this private school. I did the private school thing for 4 years, and got into it was the summer after my sophomore year in high school. I was really wanting to go back to public school. Right. I was done with the private school thing. I pretty much cleaned my act up, and I talked my parents into letting me go.
Right.
Let me go back to public school.
Right.
And they did, man. Now, the thing is, with the private school, going from private school to public school, none of my credits transferred over.
Yeah.
So I had to make up 4 years of high school in 2.5 years. Well, it took me 2.5 years to make it up. And that was, taking summer classes, night school classes as well. But I did it. And I graduated, instead of graduating in May of 2004, I graduated in December of 2004. So yeah. But after that, mind you, when I started middle school, I went into my dark ages. So my parents, any toy I had, my parents pretty much sold it. At a yard sale. So which, I didn't really care then, because I was playing organized basketball by then.
Right.
And
you got some skills, huh? You got some Bible skills, huh?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I could hoop.
All right.
So where am I at right now? Graduated high school, December 2004, and I was like, look, I just crammed 4 years in 2.5. I'm gonna take some time off before I go to college, right? And my mindset was, I do want to go to college. So I took 5 months off, and then in June I was like, all right, I'm gonna sign up for a couple summer classes at the community college, Northwest Vista College. So I did that, man. I knocked the summer classes out of the ballpark, right? Flying shit. Started my freshman year. I was doing good. I might have been, dabbing in some recreational drugs. We'll leave it at that.
Right. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. It's, freshman year in college, man.
Science class. We get it.
Yeah. My sophomore year in college, it was a different story, because I was kind of doing the drugs all the time.
Okay.
And I after my first semester in my sophomore year, I got put on academic probation. Talked my student advisor into let me take 3 classes instead of 2 the following semester, because when you're on academic probation, you only can take 2. You can't take a full course load, right? But he let me take 3, which still wasn't a full course load, but it was more than I should have been taking.
Okay.
Midway through that semester, I just dropped out. I was like, this ain't
Right.
for me no more. I was bored, and I don't know. I was bored in college. So what's left?
Huh?
Right? That
Yeah,
was me. I was like,
military,
man, what
man.
do I
Yeah,
do now?
that's it. Yeah, that's military, man. That's the last option. Hey, you gotta, and at that point, you gotta prove yourself to pops. So that's what that's about.
Yeah. So I signed up for the military, man.
Okay, okay,
I did.
okay.
Yeah.
Do you regret? The steps you took as a youth to get to where you are today?
No, I do not.
Okay. Would you done it different?
If you would have asked me this maybe 5 years ago, I probably would have told you yes. But
Hmm.
where I'm at in my life right now, and like being married, to the woman I'm married to,
Hmm.
having my daughter, like none of that would have been possible if I didn't take that path that I took. So,
Right.
so I'm not gonna say that I would regret that I regret anything, or that I would even change anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
There's one thing that
So.
I would have, like, if I could go back.
Mhm.
This is my second marriage. My first marriage, I wouldn't have married that chick. I wouldn't have married her. All right, that was a mistake.
It could have been a mistake. She probably had your nose wide open. That's all.
Yeah. Oh shit! It was a learning experience, man. It was good.
Yeah. That's all right. So we flash forward to the present time.
Yeah.
How did you meet the members of the DMV crew before they became the DMV crew?
Harold, I met through social media because we had the same sig fig in the beginning.
Oh, there was no showdown in that. It was, but hey, man, you trying to copy me? I'm copying you. You supposed to copy me? You copying me?
Yeah, he had me by a few months, so I was like, all right, I changed my sig fig.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, we kind of met through that, and then I remember the first time I met him in person was January 1st of 2016 at Tyson's. We were waiting in
Uh-huh.
line to grab. He was grabbing Star Wars sets, and I can't remember what I was grabbing. I think I was grabbing like the Ghostbusters HQ or some shit.
Okay.
So I think, I'm trying to remember now.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna steal that from
and then Jeff, like, to be honest with you,
you.
I think I was just watching Holland and Ballin', and maybe Harold told him about me. So
Uh-huh.
we just kind of connected too, and started talking. And yeah, man, like, just a sweetheart. Don't let him fool you.
He be putting on the hard act, don't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right, man. Yeah, I'm glad, I met up with you group of guys, got to know you, man, and didn't know that you guys were so close, so you make Saturday mornings real good, man. You definitely do. So as we were talking, and you were saying how you started Lego, how did, and we found out why you quit Lego, and which is understandable. You can't be one of the homies and you're playing with toys. You got to kind of grow up quick when you're trying to be one of the homies. I get it.
Right.
So what brought you back to Lego? How did you find your way back?
So I was, stationed in Sasebo, Japan, and my wife and I, like, we were married for maybe 6 months, and while we were dating, they were just building a new shopping center in Sasebo, right? In this new shopping center, they were putting in a Toys R Us. So we got married, and then 6 months later, they finally opened up the shopping center. And anyone who knows my wife, like, she loves the shop, so of course we go together.
Okay.
We go to the Toys R Us, and I start looking at the Lego, and I'm seeing, I'm seeing Marvel sets, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sets back when Lego had the license.
Right.
Star Wars sets, all these sets, man. I'm just like, damn, like, where were these when I was a kid? Like, I had a bucket of Lego. Like, these are awesome sets. So I grabbed the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set, the sewer, or the sewer base or whatever. I can't remember off the top of my head the set number or set name, but you know, my wife straight up was like, "Hey, if you want something, just get it." So I was like, "Cool." So I bought that set. I went home, I built it, and I was like, "This ain't enough." I went back. I went back, man, and I picked up one other, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set, and then I started buying all the Marvel sets. So, and that was it, man. It was a wrap, right there. Like, she gave me the go ahead to get what I wanted, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm buying Lego.
Right. You're good to go. Right.
So.
Right. Okay. All right. All right, that's good. So you found your way back. Thank goodness, because you have a lot to give to the Lego community. And I ain't saying that because you're one of the boys, but I mean, you definitely do. You know, and so let's look into it. All right, let's go on. I'm gonna share my screen, and we'll go down from each. Well, not each and every. You have a lot of projects, sir. So it's not gonna be it's not gonna be everyone, but. The ones that I was able to capture, we'll talk about. All right. See, I put you on the sushi rooftop, the rooftop sushi bar right there, you know, with the crew, you know. All right. So here's a look inside of CKB City. And you know, some of the Lego community icons as well. You see, you got Hall and the Ball and hanging out. So this is just, you know, a short scene inside of his city. So who do we have here?
Damn, it's a whole bunch of people. I took this. It was an NCR joint training course or leadership training course. So it was basically all 5 branches. You know, you had the Navy, Air Force, Army, Marines, and Coast Guard. And it was basically just us getting together, kind of working, trying to, you know, build leadership skills and at the same time build teamwork and like community involvement and stuff. So I met a whole bunch of good people there, and this picture was actually taken at Arlington Cemetery. So yeah.
All right. How long have you been serving the country?
It'll be 10 years this December.
Awesome. We appreciate your service. We do.
I appreciate the support.
All right, so tell us about this inside of CKB's Brick City here. Who do you have here? I see my buddy Ozzy up here.
Yeah, Ozzy's up there. And then you got Mrs. CKB Sig Fig on the right side. That's, I think, is a scene out of one of the episodes of Adventures in New Brick City. So yeah.
All right. The guy loves bamboo, and he does a great job with the bamboo. So, you know, and I'm trying to get it down pat, but I ain't learned yet. So tell us the thought into this. Is it abode? Is it an abode, or is it or the bamboo hut that you have here?
I'm gonna call it like an old school cho. At first I wanted to build it kind of open and, you know, where you could just, you know, go through room and all that. But then I was like, it'll be easier if I just close it off. Yeah, man, and that was pretty much it. Like, I think the hardest part of the build was the roof. Yeah. And like with all my other projects, it's still not finished because the interior is halfway done.
I was just about to ask you about that, sir.
Yeah.
On the inside.
I got the interior done on half the side. But the half that I got done, like if you look inside, there's tatami mats, you know, with using tan and green tile. And also I guess, a little stand where you could put samurai armor on. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take some lessons from you. I'm trying to build a nation town. So, all right. So, tell us about the picture on the left with the gator.
With the gator, well, I just wanted to throw him in there, but the main thing with that was just like trying to capture the gate and let everyone know. Most people see Asian theme and they immediately think of China.
Okay.
So that's why I put the little Japanese built, brick built flag up there, just so people know. I'm going more for a Japanese theme, not a Chinese theme or a Korean theme. So, and this whole area was just. This was me after living in Japan for 5 years and missing it so damn much that I had to, I guess, have a piece of Japan in my Lego room, and that's what this is for me. So yeah. Okay.
I see on the right you incorporated the Ninjago tower here as well, and that blends right into with your theme.
Yeah, and I like doing that. I like taking actual Lego sets and incorporating them into the city, which I think most people like to do. And yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Okay. All right. And again, can you tell us about these pictures here? Of course, you had the the Ninjago city themes as well into your city, with the bamboo and the beach here. Go ahead and tell us about the direction that you were trying to go.
So the temple air jitsu there, normally the set the temple goes up 3 stories. My wife soon, she corrected me on it. Chinese temples go up 3 stories, Japanese go up 5. So I was like, all right, I see what you're trying to tell me right now. And that was me, I bricklinked the rest of the parts to make, or to add 2 floors, and that's what I did. And then the one on the right side, I really just wanted to show, it's hard to get, this whole section on camera in one shot. But I just wanted to show, the bamboo, and, it's a lot of bamboo. It's a lot of brick.
Yeah, man.
So.
I think you brought it all up. I went to the brick wall and they were all out, man. I couldn't get nothing.
Really?
Yeah. They gave it the last bit of it, which was a cup. So just but yeah, man, it's that bamboo works in anybody's city in any build, man. That and what you've done with it, it just magnifies your build.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about this right here. It seems that you actually catch the essence of a wave or the water elements. So here you have your beach, and you just got your newly built fishing shack.
Yep.
That went on that deck. I see that deck, and you put the 2 together, man, and look what happened here. Did you know? And I'm jumping ahead, but did you know that you were going to get that fishing shack before you built that deck? Because you just built that dock.
Yeah, I did, and I knew I was gonna get that fishing shop, so I was like, it's gonna go right there. I did have the Ferris wheel there temporarily because I've been moving the city around and all that, and the tables. So as soon as I had it built today, man, I put it in there. And I think it looks good. There's room for me to add more stuff around there. There's actually, you can't really tell from the pictures, but there's space between the pier and the fishing shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's about I think there's maybe 24 studs in between.
Okay. Okay. What is the building in the back, like the tall one with the sand green in it? You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
That was originally New Brick City Towers.
Okay.
And that's the second design and rebuild of it. The first one, I think, was about the same height and a little bit bigger, like size wise. But I tore it down, and then I rebuilt it, and I mean, you got what you see there in the picture now. It got deemed the Moist HQ.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Right. Right. Okay. All right. All right. We'll move on along here. All right. So this is maybe what, like 1/3 of your city going on, and maybe this is an earlier picture.
Yeah, that is an old picture, man. But yeah, so you see right there in the center that the tan tower there, that was the original. I'll just call it Moist HQ from now, so it's shorter to say than New Brick City Tower. But yeah, that was the original design and build there. But yeah, in this picture, I just added the 3 tables that have nothing on them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, that was a long time ago.
All right, so what do we have here? This is a mock-up. This building's very interesting because you got several things going on here.
Yeah, it's the Evil Core HQ.
Okay,
that's the reason why I got that big E. I built that mainly because I had the Avengers Tower, which compared to yours or Ozzy's or Agents of Moc, Jesse, Down Under, my Avengers Tower is nowhere as nice as y'all's. Y'all knock that shit out of the top or out of the park. But
thank you.
I had the Avengers Tower, and that's where I put all the superheroes. So I needed a place for all the villains to go and congregate and have fun while they're not doing bad shit in the city.
Okay.
So that's why I built this. There wasn't like no design plan or anything. I just started throwing bricks together, and that's pretty much what I came out with. So, and I like it. I still have it together.
Oh, okay, yeah. You and Jesse, I think like you got to have a place for the villains to hang out and parlay.
Yeah. Parlay.
And see, they're right next to the train track. I see your train track. They're right next to the train track.
Yep. So they can move their their shipments of whatever they moving, whatever products they're moving.
They pushing down the line, huh? They're pushing.
Yeah.
So I'm looking through your stuff, dude. I'm looking through your stuff, and and I see this build here, and it reminds me of Grand Theft Auto Ammunition, and I'm like, yo, this dude just built the ammunition in his city.
Yeah.
And how boss is that? That's really boss.
Oh, that was one of my first Mocs, man. And I wanted a gun shop, and I mean there it is.
That's pretty awesome, man, because it's like right spot on with GTA 5, man. You go in and it looks just like that. And I seen that from seen it when I first saw it. So I said, yeah, let me get this in it, and ask you about it. And of course, military guy. Of course, you get the gun range because that's what you're familiar with and everything.
Yeah.
Where'd you get these pieces from?
Man, I bought those like 2 years ago. The stickers and that digital blue cami vest that's on the little mannequin up in the front.
Mm-hmm.
Those all came. Let's see if I can remember. I want to say Brick Arms, but I don't think that's who I got them from. I really can't remember, man. It was back in 2015. But give me a second, because I might still have the packaging.
Okay. See, and it's pretty cool because you got the actual like targets, like the paper targets, the paper, and that's pretty unique,
Right. It was a minifig.cat toy.
Okay.
So minifig.cat toy shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So next we have this mock-up here. Tell us about this mock-up you have here with the car dealership.
I had a lot of red brick and I wanted to use it.
Well, sir, you used it well. Most people would have probably build a fire engine house, but
Yeah. Nah, yeah, I just had a lot of red brick, and I was like, look, I got space in the city. Let me use this red brick. What can I do? Car dealership. You see the box up top. I got the lights from Lego that Lego makes, and there's lights inside. They're not very bright, but that's what the power box up on the top is.
Okay. Oh wow, yeah, I see it. Yeah. So very simple build. I mean, just to to like you said, to you had to fill a need. You had the extra brick, and you just you utilized it. So that's, I mean, very well done. It looks very clean. It looks like a real car, showcase dealership.
All right. Yeah. Oh, I see no more in the chat saying that I got those from Battle Brick.
Battle Bricks.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, usually the Law and Order, man, and he get on free Nelly now because ain't no Law and Order in the chat. All right, so tell us about this this side of your city here.
So this is when that's when I first bought that set, and I don't think it came with a base plate, but I grabbed a 48 by 48, and I had plans for it, and that was the start of it. And I remember building it. I was building it on the living room floor, and I was putting the bamboo together. I remember my wife coming by, and she's like, "What is that?" And she started, putting bamboo together for me. And she's like, "This is how you need to be doing it."
Oh,
You can see like the ones that she put together. I'm talking about the bamboo stocks, and then the ones that I put together. Like with hers, you'll see like some of them have 4 to 5 of the bamboo pieces up top, and then at the bottom. The ones I was doing had like 1 or 2 up top, with no space in between. So like she schooled me on how to build bamboo.
wow. Okay. All right. And that's good to have a little mentor. Every champion need a mentor. And yeah, it's good that she can fill that place for you to because it's definitely showing in your builds here.
Yeah.
Where you're very strong, one of the strong builders in the community, and it very much shows. So let's get back to your service, because I would be remiss if I didn't. Tell us about your service here. Tell us where you've been, man. Where you've seen things that the average citizen hadn't seen.
Right. Oh man, I might have been like 26, 27 in that picture. Still a second class petty officer in that picture too. That was down in Birthing, on the ship.
Okay.
So if people don't know what Birthing is, that's like the living area for enlisted people on Navy vessels.
Okay.
But I've been to Singapore with the Navy. Well, I'm gonna keep it with the Navy and not like while I was on vacation or something. But I've been to Singapore, Kuta Kinabalu, Malaysia, Lamut, Malaysia. I've been to Puerto Princesa in the Philippines. I've been to Pattaya Beach, Thailand.
Okay.
Been to Cambodia as well, Hong Kong. We've pulled into several different places in South Korea. Okinawa, Japan, and other places in Japan as well.
Okay.
I'm a little upset because like my ship never went down to Australia or anything like that.
That's where you need to be, brother. That's exactly where you need to be.
Yeah, that is. But yeah, man, those are the places that being in the Navy has given me the opportunity to go and see and get a taste of the culture.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's good, man. What advice would you give that young man in that picture?
What advice would I give him? Damn, don't be so reckless.
That bad, huh?
Yeah.
All right, all right. Hey, your brothers are they are cool, man. They in there acting up in the chat, man. They in there cutting up in the chat, man.
I see you. I see you.
So the bamboo on this tower, man. I actually had this. I actually bought this tower, man, and I built it, but I took it apart for right now. But you know the bamboo actually brings this whole build out here in this tower that you have, man. You know, and I think that's your signature mark. So even like if you folks ever get a chance to trade with CKB, he actually gives you some bamboo with his signature.
Yep. And a little monkey too.
Yeah, little bamboo monkey.
Yep.
All right, so tell us about this build right here, sir.
So I want to do I do stop motions. I haven't really had the chance to do stop motions, the way I did like last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I started building this, I think, right before, Trump got elected, and it could have gone either way. I bought a custom Trump fig. I also bought a custom Hillary Clinton fig. And you see in the picture on the right, there's a custom President Obama, minifig.
Yeah.
My whole plan was I'm gonna build a White House, and I'm gonna put this shit in a stop motion, right? And I mean, crazy stuff was gonna happen. Of course, like most of my projects, I get sidetracked and I start working on other projects, or I just stop completely. But the picture on the right is what I got completed.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I haven't been back to work on it anymore, or to add to it or anything like that either. But I was really proud of this build. Most of the White House photos that I went and looked for online, they were showing the backside of the White House with the Oval Office and all that. So I was like, well, you know what? Everyone's building the backside. I'm gonna go ahead and do the front, and that's why I chose to do the front side.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm proud of that build, man. I just it's gonna get torn down because I need the brick.
Yeah, I was about to say, are you gonna tear it down to build something else? You could tear it down to part it, to sell it in parts, or?
Nah. I'm gonna tear it down because I need the brick. I need the white brick. I need the pieces from the gate too. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what parts I'm gonna steal from you. I see a couple.
Oh,
all right, let's see. All right, so this is a couple scenes inside your city. I see that you do like lights, sir, and you're a big investor in lights in the shows. Tell us about some of these scenes in your city.
These are from the old layout, and I really love that layout. Or the old layout that I had. And of course, the reason why I don't have the layout no more, but so the scene on the left, you got Howie Stuff sitting on a park bench, Gopher Bob with a violin, the chicken soup guy behind him, and then Ralph DeBrille driving a Ferrari in the pic.
All right.
Behind Ralph DeBrille in that Ferrari, Mr. Bones and Bearded Brick are actually in the Joker's lowrider.
Okay.
So you can't really see them too good, but they in there. The picture on the right, I got N-Talk. There's Pumpkin Bricks on a bicycle. I think Momo's Bricks on a bicycle too. And then I bought that. You see the priest up there on the second floor of the Parisian restaurant. He got the Kanye shades on and everything too. And those I picked up from Citizen Brick. But the lights I got from lightmybrick.com, which is this guy in Australia who, he puts these kits together for your modulars or, regular sets, and for the exchange rate that we have, like it came out to be a pretty good price. Ozzy was saying that he was gonna put lights in his city. He was sending me pictures, and I was like, damn, man, like these buildings look good with lights. Right. So I jumped on it as soon as I could, and I don't know if he ever got the lights, but I was like, I'm jumping on this. So
right.
Yeah,
it looks good, man. Makes me once I get my city up and running, I'm definitely gonna put some lights in it because it gives another just another tool in the kit, man.
I mean, yeah, it definitely brings the city to life. So having the lights in there.
All right, so it looks like you had a dead scene from the last trivia show here.
Yeah. So in the first round of the old Lego Trivia Showdown, which was hosted by Port City Bricks, No More Bricks went up against Bricks for Chris in the first round, and he beat Bricks for Chris. So that's why you got the gravestone there with Bricks for Chris. And then I went up against Bricksmith, and I beat him. That's why, show me putting him in the dirt.
Who's that in the back in the wheelbarrow?
That's Jeremy from Port City Bricks, and Andrea, his wife's pushing him in the wheelbarrow. So, yeah.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So tell me about this signage, this another snapshot in your city.
Vince, or the Bearded Brick, excuse me, he had gotten some signs similar like this made by Howie Stuff, and I was like, man, that actually looks pretty cool. I asked him where he got them. He told me I got them from Howie, and I was like, all right, I hit up Howie. Howie was like, yo, I'll charge you $1 to make these. So he sent me over a sheet with a whole bunch of different designs and everything. I picked out the ones I wanted, and I got that. I got some that just say CKB on it, and some that say Moist. And I figure I'll throw it on a billboard and put it in the city. But
okay,
yeah,
it looks good. So see, you got a 7-Eleven right next to the Quickie Mart. How do Apu feel about that?
I mean, he don't like it at all, man. No, he probably got a rocket launcher or something hiding up on the roof, ready to put the hurt on that 7-Eleven.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. I said, he got 7-Eleven right next to Apu's store. I said, I don't think Apu appreciate that at all. Okay.
Oh.
All right, so this mock that you made is I haven't seen none like no other. Tell us about the direction you were going with this mock here.
To be honest with you, I just wanted to build. I wanted to build something, and I mean, most of my mocks, there's not a whole lot of detail on the exterior. On the interiors, I mean, I try to put as much detail as I possibly can. That's if I can get to doing an interior, because like I said before, I get sidetracked a lot and I start working on other projects before my current project's finished. And with this, I mean, I just wanted to build, and I wanted it to be beautiful. I wanted the exterior to have detail, and I originally was gonna go with sand green brick, and then I was thinking, well, what about dark red? And for some reason, I was looking at sand blue, and I had a lot of white brick left over from the White House. Well, I was still working on the White House at the time, so I had a surplus of white brick, and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and order a whole bunch of sand blue and just start building. And that's pretty much how I got this. And I love it, man. It turned out great.
Yeah, it looks great, man.
Yeah, to me, man, I think that's probably my best mock that I've ever done. And I hate to say it, the interior is still bare. So,
That sand green is real nice. I think I've seen it once or twice before, but I mean, it really like the different shades of blue that you have in this build.
Mhm.
It pops out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So my man got a Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, man.
That don't come in a set, do it?
No, no. I
So how'd you mock this up?
got the stickers done. Um, and phew, I just I don't know. I just started building. I had bought, you know what it was? I had bought a whole bunch of the custom little Dunkin' Donut things from Eclipse Graphics. They had
Hmm.
like the coffee cups and all that stuff too. And I think they call it Brick and Donuts. I think Eclipse Graphics calls it Brick and Donuts. So I bought a whole bunch and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna build something. And I pretty much came out with that. It has a little drive-through window. Um, I want to say that I might have saw this like a similar design somewhere,
Hmm.
and I'm not saying I copied it exactly, but
Ain't nothing
I
wrong
did
with
take certain
copying.
aspects of it and kind of did my own thing. So
Okay, it looks good, man. Just don't put it next to Apu's store, because then he might go on strike.
yeah,
Oh man. So I think this was the building that was in the back of the last build that you had, the clip that we had earlier, the
Mhm.
one with the sand green here. Is that the same building?
It is. It is.
And this right here was in its beginning stages, or are you finished that yet?
That is yeah, no, that's complete. Um, there
Hmm.
is an interior on the lobby floor or the street level floor. So I built a lobby in there. It's tiled up. There's like plants and stuff like that. A receptionist desk in there too. The other floors don't have interiors yet. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much complete right there. So
Okay. All right.
right.
Let me see here. Right now we're back on you. All right. So tell me, how did the name Cool Kid come about?
uh, a few things. So back home, a lot of people. My first name is James, so a lot of people would call me King James, or all the OGs would call me Kid, just because
Hmm.
I was young, and they were older. They would call me Kid.
Right.
Um, Eventually, it came out to just being Kid King, and like I even got it tatted on my arm. Um, when I got on into the back into the Lego scene, and I was looking at other people's channels and everything, I was like, all right, if I'm going to do this YouTube and Instagram thing with Lego, I'm gonna have to come up with something. And I didn't want King to be in there, but I wanted
Mhm.
Kid to be in there somehow. Um, and I was thinking like Mega Bloks was out there, Lego was out there, Creo was out there,
Mhm.
and I was like, well, I'm not touching the other two. I'm gonna keep it strictly Lego. And I was like, you know what? Cool Kid bricks. It's
Okay.
the cool kids brick. So that's pretty much how I
Okay.
came up with Cool Kid bricks.
Okay. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Any new projects? Cool Kid.
Oh man, the futuristic city, bro.
All right.
That's
All
the
right.
whole
And you
reason
wanna
why the city got all the tables got separated and
right.
yeah. So the
Any
futuristic
any
city.
any any small? Can I beg you for any small details, like maybe just the synopsis of it, just the synopsis, without giving the whole.
It's gonna be maybe like a Blade Runner type futuristic city.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that's about it.
Okay, all right. See, James is very secretive, y'all. So he's not. I mean, that's the most we're gonna get out of James. I tried. He ain't gonna give you no more than that.
Yeah. I would give you more, man, if I had something to show, I would. But I like right now I got, I told you already, the Ninjago City Modular. That's gonna be my little Asian Oriental town part of the futuristic city. And that's the only thing that's on the two tables reserved for that spot right now. So
Okay.
yeah. I got some work ahead of me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Your brothers are they're enjoying that you're not the moderator in the chat because they're going crazy right now. It's Christmas for them. It's Christmas for the DP bros right now. It's Christmas.
I put no more bricks on the timeout this morning.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to throw you back in the chat, man, and get those guys at the rest. They scaring people.
Oh man, excuse me.
Yeah. So where can we find you, man? You got a few social websites, man. Tell us where we can find you.
I mean, you can find me on YouTube on the Cool Kid Bricks. Find me on Instagram, Twitter. That's about it for social media. I do have a Flickr account, but I don't ever. I think I posted like one picture on there.
Yeah.
That's about it, really. I did have a website, but I never fully got it up and running.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's www.coolkidbricks.com, and that's it. That's where you can find me.
Okay. You got a Bricklink store, right?
I do. I do have a Bricklink store. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So remember, folks, you can find CKP on Instagram, YouTube, and also the Bricklink store. He has quite a collection. And it's funny that he would be, good friends with our good buddy Brick or Treats. You think two Bricklinkers would be in competition, but they're not. They come. We buy and sell and trade. Lego with each other, and it's a good camaraderie.
Yeah.
So with the life change, and I don't want to put all your business out there, but you got a few big things that are coming up. And Philadelphia is your last show.
Yeah. If Philly even happens, I keep hearing rumors that it's getting canceled, or this past year was the last year for it. So, but if it's there, then yes, this next year at Philly Brickfest Live, that'll be my last show.
Okay. And at Philly, what are you displaying, or are you going as a spectator?
I plan on displaying.
All right. Are you displaying that futuristic city?
Yes, sir.
Yes, oh. And what is in that futuristic city? I'm messing with you, man. Don't mind me, man. I'm trying to get it. Trying to get it out of you. So, yeah, man. Looking forward to see you at I guess it's a Brickfest in Philly. Hopefully, I'll have my items up, and we're gonna have to sit down at the table together, man. We're gonna have to be all together, man.
Oh yeah.
And do a DMV bro style, man. At this point, what do James say to his brothers, knowing that in the next phase of your life is coming around the corner, where you're gonna get ready to do change? What if you had some farewell words to say to your DMV bros? What would you say to each one of them?
Man, that's a tough one. To Harold, It really, man. See, if it really depends on where I get orders to. If I go back to Japan, from Harold, I'll just be like, yo, man, I'll see you in 6 months.
Right.
If I don't get orders to Japan though, I will definitely tell all of y'all that y'all know how to get in touch with me. I have y'all's phone numbers. Wherever I go next, I'll get another iPhone so we can, keep the iMessage, the group chats going and be free because it's iMessage. If I can find exclusive stuff in a certain location that I'm at, I'm definitely going to try to get as many as I can so I can hook y'all up too.
Right.
And I hope y'all would do the same. But yeah, man, that's it. I don't really say goodbye. I just
see you later. Yeah, catch you later.
I would like to see y'all again, hang out again, and all that too. Even if it's a few years down the road. So
okay. We appreciate you, man. We do, man. You're one of the stronger ones, man, in this group. We appreciate you being a brother, man. And it's about, never mind the Lego, put the Lego aside. It's like being real, man. I think with all of us, we all relate because we all came from nothing and we made something out of nothing.
Yeah.
And we could have, all of us could have went the other way, and you persevered, man. In your darkest hour, you persevered personally. Kudos to you doing that, and we thank you for being a veteran. I want to say happy Labor Day to you because you're a brother that work, man.
Not as hard as I used to, but yeah.
But you're a hard working brother, man. You're a hard working brother. You do. And we all understand that the job can be demanding at times too.
Yeah.
So, any last words you want to say to the people in the chat or people that are watching?
Last words. I've seen. Okay, you know what? I want to get this out. I've seen people, come and go in the Lego community, and some people, I didn't even notice that they left, and it's not because I wasn't a fan of their work. It was just because I maybe didn't talk to them a whole lot. There were some people that left that it broke my heart to see them go, and most of it all stemmed from just drama that happened in the community. And I mean, if everyone could just take a step back, realize there's so much shit going on in the world right now. And, a lot of people are just creating their own little drama or their own little beefs between people. We need to cut it out, man. We need to come, together as a community and just chill. Let's get back to building Lego and supporting each other and not putting each other down. Hopefully that makes sense. That's the final thing I wanted to say. I appreciate that.
That's all right, man. That's all right. And like I said, we appreciate you, brother. We do, big time, man. And I appreciate you, being on the show. And I know at any point you could have turned me down, or I thank you. Tell the wife I said thank you for allowing you that hour away. I'll take it away from here.
All right. Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. So.
Oh man, it's been a pleasure and an honor, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you some walking music up out of here, baby. I'm gonna give you some walking music going out of here, man. All right, so you definitely fast and furious, man. So we just get some walking music going out of here, folks. That's what we leave the show. We'll catch you next week at on Monday, 9 o'clock. Don't forget to tune into the DMV Brick Road show at 9 o'clock on Wednesdays. Have a good night, everybody. Happy Labor Day.